Forget lost luggage. The real nightmare is a diaper blowout at 30,000 feet.
Having a baby scream at the top of their lungs while their diaper explodes on your lap is probably one of the worst nightmares while flying.
We discovered so much on our recent trips with our daughter. There are quite a few lessons learned and knowledge passed on to us from other parents. We're here to share them with you so that we can put your fears at ease.
Before you book your airfare, know that not all airlines are the same. Sure, on paper, American, United, and many other carriers are competing for your business.
In principle, the customer should reap the benefits of their competition. However, that isn't always the case.
On our trip to Dominican Republic, we flew American into Puerto Plata. After clearing TSA and arriving at our gate, we asked the staff about pre-boarding for our family, especially with an infant.
We were shocked to hear them deny our request. Between all the baby gear, our carry-ons, the stroller, it's a lot, plus the baby herself. We pleaded with the gate agent, and she continued her stance with a firm no.
Needless to say, when we did board, there was no room in the overhead bin by our seats, and we had to put an overstuffed backpack down by our feet. Imagine an infant sitting on your lap, and you can move your feet. Not the ideal situation to be in, for sure.
Whereas on our trip to Italy, we booked with United since there's a direct flight to Rome. We went through security, walked up to the desk to tag our stroller in, and we didn't even have to ask. They invited us to pre-board.
To our surprise, families with children under 2 received pre-boarding status. I almost jumped for joy. Stephanie and I breathe a sigh of relief, and immediately we look at each other and smile.
Our return trip wasn't ideal to have an unexpected layover in Frankfurt, but Lufthansa, part of the Star Alliance, went out of their way to ensure that we were treated well.
We got upgraded to premium economy with extra legroom. The way I'm talking, it feels like business class, but it was premium economy. Not only did we get the upgrade, the flight attendant crew were welcoming and hospitable.
The crew provided us with a bassinet for Ashley to take naps in. Never seen that installed before. They gave her a Lufthansa plush airline toy, and we were just so impressed with Miss S. Weber's flight crew that we wrote a very positive review for them.
Now for some backstory. I have been a frequent flyer with American for over a decade, earning miles and points. We've been loyal to American and try to choose it whenever possible, but over time, their customer service just isn't the same. It feels like they just stopped caring.
Yep, so now we switched to United, and so far, so good. The moral of the story is choose an airline that fits your needs. Whether you have an infant, you have special needs, change your flights often, fly domestic or international, all of it comes into play when choosing your preferred carrier.
No matter which airline you choose, try to stay loyal to them, so that's how you start earning points or miles in this case. When you earn enough miles, you can trade them in for free flights, get better status on the airline when it comes to priority, business class upgrades, and so on.
Now that you've done your research and chose your preferred airline, it's time to pick your seats. If you have a mobile infant, we highly suggest paying extra for the premium economy. Technically, under the age of 2, babies can fly free as long as they sit on your lap.
However, with Ashley, she's almost at the stage of walking and definitely crawling. She wants to climb everything. Apologies to the passengers who sat in front of us while Ashley is kicking their seat or pulling your hair.
Remember, children under 2 can either sit on your lap or need to be in a car seat. And who wants to haul that thing around? For lap babies, some airlines will require a seatbelt extension to go around them during takeoff and landing.
For children over 1 year of age, the FAA has approved this cool harness you can buy, which makes it a 5-point seatbelt. Perfect for keeping your kids in their seat.
For premium economy, the extra legroom means that your child can have a little more space to play and move around. During our flight, there was an open seat in our row. How lucky are we? So we sat our daughter in between us for the return flight home. And an extra bonus, by sitting in premium economy, there was no one sitting in front of us that Ashley could bother.
Whereas in regular seats, can you imagine how difficult it must be to manage a baby while on my lap, being served food and beverages? No, thank you. It just adds complexity, and going on vacation was meant to de-stress.
If premium economy isn't an option, try to pick seats towards the back, so when the baby does cry or scream, it affects less people.
Prior to your boarding, as you walk past the airline club lounges towards your gate, you ponder, Is it beneficial to have access to the United Club Lounge?
There are several ways to gain access. If you travel frequently, you should eventually earn at least gold status. And with gold, you'll have access to Star Alliance lounges.
American and others run a similar program, so check their website for more details.
Another option is to pay for access, whether it's a one-day pass or membership.
United does offer several credit cards, one of them being the Infinite card. There's an annual fee of $5.25. If you do end up getting the card, it's cheaper access to the lounges. Plus, there's many other benefits, such as recovering the fees of global entry.
So if you're on longer flights, say to Europe or Asia, it can get exponentially difficult to manage with your kids.
That's right, Steph. Take baby steps. Book a domestic flight to see how your child handles the turbulence and other nuances before your one full trip to Asia.
After you book your airfare, are you ready to take your baby aboard a plane? We'll cover some in-flight tips in our next video. What to look out for, mistakes to avoid, and more. As Ashley would say, bye-bye!